Yahoo. Oh my gosh. Okay. For one, I feel very awkward right now. For two, I feel kind of eh. But anyways, Yahoo. Hello, hello. It is I, your favorite leafy boy, Avery. And today we will be playing Honkai Star. It's going to be a throwback. Um, it's been quite a while since we moved on from Star Rail Sundays, but today is a Sunday and we are playing Honkai Star Rail. So yeah, we are doing Star Rail Sunday. And you might be thinking to yourself like, "Hey, where did you get that fancy overlay for your streams?" Well, yeah. Um oh shoot. Did I forget to add it into the info again? Yeah, I forgot to add it into the description again. But this has been a thing that I have worked on and purchased while I was on my little hiatus back then, which you have seen partially uh in last week's stream. It is an overlay pack that I purchased from OniRift from Etsy. It is a very charming, very cute little overlay, and I am hoping that you also like the vibes it gives. I really like it. I think it suits me very well. I think it suits our vibes very well over here. And moving on uh forward with streams, I will be using these. I have been doing some setups on it recently, so I've been tinkering with these overlays. These are mostly pre-made that I have been using, what or I will be using, but later on I would like to like do a little more like experimenting and try to put together one that I will be enjoying myself and be very like in control of. So yeah, look forward to that. I have no idea when I will be having the creative burst of energy and time to do that, but for now, I will be using some pre-made overlays, but that's one thing that I wanted to talk about right in the beginning of this stream. And the other one is, how come you are back from your hiatus and started streaming, but we haven't seen you play Persona on either Sundays when Sunday is your mainstream day and you were supposed to be playing Persona on your mainstream days? Well, for one, I have been sick. And being sick makes me feel a little less how do I say this? Energetic, a little less in tune with the game of Persona. And also I do like to do some VA stuff, even though it's not like the best, but I do like to do some little VA stuff while I'm doing Persona. And when I'm sick and my voice has been in a very rough shape, I believe you can still hear that my voice is not in the best condition. But yeah, when it's in a really rough shape, doing VA stuff is like the last thing I want to do with it. So yeah, and I also have a little something in the works for Persona streams specifically, maybe for the whole channel as like an overall thing. And it's not ready yet. It's in the works. But hopefully next week, um, where we will be resuming Persona 3 Portable. We already have that little something something, and I can share it with you because I'm very excited about that as well. So that's like two things that I really wanted to talk about a bit and like a little like warm up or something. Not really warm up, but like a little mm, 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 like preamble to the stream. And also, yeah, I've been sick and I did want to play Honkai Star Rail. Or, well, I did want to play on stream. And originally, I planned this stream to happen on Friday. But Friday was the time where my voice was very, very like, eh, very sick sounding. So, yeah, it didn't end up happening as much as I have hoped it would. So yeah, that is why we are playing it today. Because for one, the banners are going away in like 1 day or 1.5. I'm not quite sure, but very soon. And I will not have another chance to do another stream and try to pull for Yao Guang in the future. So yeah, hello, hello, welcome in, Mooney. I'm hoping that the new overlay is going to show my chat box on screen because I set it up in Stream Elements, but apparently it's not showing up on screen. Why is it not showing up on screen? I will have to do a little problem solving, but yes, welcome in. It is currently my Zatsu screen that you are seeing. Yeah, the chat is not showing. Yeah, very unfortunate. I will have to do a little bit of troubleshooting on it. Oh my gosh, I love that. Wait, I do want to go into Stream Elements then and do just a basic chat overlay, like add a new one. Yeah, okay. Add, auto alerts, streams, chat. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. If I go in here and edit, I hope I can like do a save on it and refresh it over here on properties. Does it show up? Oh, yes. But it's a little small, so I'm going to do like can I wait, okay. I'm going to save on it. I'm going to refresh it again. Yes, let's go. Okay. Okay, the scuff is strong with this one. Okay, I'm going to do the other one as well. I'm going to do yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, hopefully hopefully these will be okay for us. Um yeah, but again, hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for joining, Mooney. We are just going to be doing a little bit of honkaistarrail stuff today, and we are going to be discussing some stuff. Yes, we did some live action troubleshooting with it, and thankfully Stream Elements worked just fine with us, which I am very happy that I didn't have to spend hours doing and finding out like what is the problem for us over here. But yes, let me boot up my game over here. What do you mean it's not working? Oh my gosh. It's been working fine. Let me refresh. It should be working now. And I also started my game, so it might be lagging a little bit over here. I have no idea why it's not doing the thing it's supposed to be doing. But we are ready to go over to gaming. I'm going to take down game audio to 2. Please do the working thing. I'm hoping it's going to be fine from here on out. If not, I will have to do individual chat boxes without overlays.
And follow the way of the permanence.
Why do I feel like the game is being very loud right now? I feel like the game is being very loud right now.
I'll always protect.
Yeah, I think we are good here. Anyways, as I've been saying, hello, hi, welcome. I totally lost my train of thought that I have been on. But yeah, I've been sick and I wanted to do this stream on Friday, but Friday was like a very day for my voice.
Know my heart and follow the way of the permanence.
Excuse me, Danheng. You are quite loud in my ear, so I'm just going to take these down. Like one. And hopefully that's going to be a little better for us. But yeah, I have been sick. I said that like 5 times already. And we have been doing a little better. Like I am currently like doing way better than I was in the beginning of the week, and I am doing way better than I was doing on Friday. Which is why I'm doing the stream now. And I also talked about the fact that yeah, I didn't want to do Persona because the banners are going away in like 2 days, and I will not be able to. Well, I could stream technically, but I don't really want to spend like stream this game like again for a bit. I will be talking about this for a while later on. But yeah, so I wanted to do a little stream today because I have been wanting to do a discussion stream about Honkai Star Rail for quite a while now. Like, yeah, where my account currently is, how it's going with the meta, how I'm feeling about the game, stuff like that. I do want to talk about because I think it's it is time for me to talk about stuff like that because Honkai Star Rail is in a very very weird spot currently when it comes to the games that I play and I enjoy. Because for one, I got my start as a content creator. Like I started creating content with Honkai Star Rail. My first ever stream was starting Honkai Star Rail. My first ever video was about Honkai Star Rail. And for more than a year, I have been doing a lot of Honkai Star Rail stuff. And it started dwindling out like in the ending, like the end of my second year or the middle of the second year that I have been doing content. And yeah, don't mind me, I do have some snacks and some like drinks right next to me just to keep hydrated and to like have something to munch on because I'm in a snacky mood today. So if you hear some crunches, those are my pretzel sticks. But yeah, Honkai Star Rail was the first ever game I played, and it has been quite a big like thing on this channel. And because of that, it has a very like soft spot in my heart. But at the same time, I'm not really looking forward to playing Honkai Star Rail anymore, which is kind of sad if you ask me. Like, it is not a bad game, objectively, and it is something that I used to enjoy. But currently, I am not just excited to play this game. Like we had, okay, just a second.
Know my heart and follow the way of the permanence.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Grandmama Sprout had something to tell me, so yeah, she just kind of came in to tell me about stuff,
Know my heart
and it kind of
and
threw me
follow
off
the
a
way
little
of
bit,
the
but that's
permanence.
okay. We are back now. So yeah, Honkai Star Rail is currently not a game that's really exciting to me. I am not very excited to come back to it and to play it. And honestly, the characters that are coming out are not very like exciting for me to be going for them and stuff like that. Which I will be talking about
I'll
in a
always
second when
protect.
we start um pulling for our girl Yao Guang over here. But yeah, we got a new version over here with a whole new Trailblaze mission and a whole new like expansion of the universe of Honkai Star Rail. And I'm just kind of not feeling it. Like I'm not really looking forward to it. Because I remember I finished. Let's. Can I do that? Fates Atlas. Yes. No. Yes. I don't think that's the one that I'm looking for right now. But it is a good visual for us to show you that a new venture on the 8th dawn was the final Trailblaze mission for Fenaconi. And I finished this Trailblaze mission while Amphorius was already in motion. Like, we were already in Amphorius. Granted, it was still the beginning of Amphorius, so it was like either the first or second part, not quite sure. But Amphorius was already out by the time I finished Fenaconi Trailblaze missions. And even for that, we have quite a lot of missions going back, be it like Trailblaze missions or like just story missions or anything. I have so many dating back still to like Eurilo 6, which is like the first ever planet that we go on a mission for. Like, that is kind of crazy. And I was very excited about Amphorius. And things just kind of spiraled out of control for me with this game. Because as you can see, I have been doing the event missions. I have been doing the Owl Firm, the Seal Slammers, the Nice Weather for Dromasses, which was a really cute, like, Trailblaze mission or event or whatever you want to call it. Like, that was very cute. I really enjoyed it. And then we had the Chrysos Maze Grand Restaurant, which was the last huge, like, goodbye mission for Amphorius, if you can say that. Where we met like all the characters, all the playable characters. Like, we met a lot of side characters. Like, it was a big, like, team up event kind of thing at the end of the version. And I have been pulling on characters, you know that. I have streamed most of them. Like, the only character pulling that I have not streamed in honkaistarrail was My Day. And even that was because I was just like, okay, I'm going to do like 2 temples and whatever happens, happens. Because I wanted some like eidolons for Gallagher, I believe. And I got a surprise My Day. And I didn't have like footage of that. I didn't make like a lot of a video about it. I didn't make like a huge thing about it. Like, I wasn't streaming it. It wasn't like a huge content thing. But then later on, I went in because I also had other characters that I wanted, and I did a like a bootcamp stream where I like kind of leveled up characters and built characters and stuff like that. It was a whole thing. All this yapping to say, I was very excited about starting Amphorius, and things just got out of control, and I haven't even started Amphorius. What does that do for us? Well, for starters, I could now change Trailblazer's attribute or path to Remembrance, which is basically the one of the biggest meta supports for Remembrance characters, which would be a pretty decent upgrade for my Remembrance team. Over here, not here. Which one is it? over here for Kester's Hyacinth and Nevernight over Truby. It would be a lot. But at the same time, we have come to a point where power creep is going crazy. In this game, you have to go on and pull on all the new banners. You have to get every new character. If you want to do everything perfectly. Like if you want to full clear everything, if you want to do everything this game has to offer, and game wise, you have to pull everything and anything that's currently on banner. And that's not very fun for me. It's not very like enjoyable for me, and it kind of puts me in a state where I'm like, okay, even if I am excited about the character, how long that character will be viable in the future is the way I'm thinking, which is not really nice to think about a video game that you are
I'll
supposedly
always protect.
playing for fun, you know? And because of that, it's not like a really nice feeling to come back and to have a game where you are like, I kind of want to play, but I'm not very excited about playing. And like, there's a lot of things going on at the same time. So yeah, I'm not very excited to play Honkai Star Rail as a whole. Does that mean that I'm going to stop playing Honkai Star Rail? Probably not, because as I've said before, I'm not excited to play, but I am also not quite ready to give up on the game either. So I am currently in a very like weird situation with the game where I'm not excited to play it, but I do play it and do my dailies sometimes. Like I'm not even like doing my dailies every day. Like I go online every like other day or like 3 times or 4 times a week, not every single day. And because of that, like I don't have all the free like currency that I could get. I am so behind on like current jade that are like available for free that I have two I have two literal two uh events that I have not done because I just don't feel like playing, or I don't make the time for myself to play. And that's not really a good feeling when it comes to the game. Now, I also do have a few characters that I haven't been able to enjoy because I didn't start building them. One of them is Fugue, who I literally, as I said before, just like with my day, I was like, let's just do a few temples on the banner
As in a dream.
and see if we get
All is
anything.
more.
I did tweet about it and I was like, okay, let's build a break team. And I wanted to build a break team and do a video about it, but I didn't really
As in a dream.
make it a priority. So
All
Fugue
is
is currently
more.
unleveled and not built. But I do have most of the material that I need for her. Because as you can see, I have a lot of boss materials. I have a lot of these. I have a light cone for her. I do have to enhance it, but I didn't do that. And I do have like character like trace materials as well for her to use. But I didn't do it because I didn't feel like it, and I wanted to make a video about it, but I didn't get to it. And in the same vein, there's, let me get over here into exchange. Not this one, not this one. Stellar Convergence. I have 2 points on it, 2 like golden companion spirits. I have not claimed any of the characters because I wasn't feeling like motivated to do it. So I'm just going to do this right over here right now, like right here right now, emerge, as Yaemiko would say, and claim Ruan Mei, who was my choice. The second I pulled Fugue, I knew I was going to be pulling or choosing Ruan Mei as a golden companion for us to level up. And I did start farming for her as well. Like, I have all the boss materials, and I do believe I have quite a lot of trace materials for her as well, but I wasn't feeling motivated to do it. And even then, I have like 2 like very supportive characters. I have 1 abundance character, which is good in a break team, and I have like a 3rd support character for a break team. So I have a fully supportive break team where the best character to be considered as quite kind of a DPS is Fugue. Simply because of the fact that she is the latest, well, technically not, because Dahlia was the latest break character, who actually would have been probably a better choice for a break character, but well, I was pulling on the Fugue banner. I was pulling on, like, I was going for Fugue, and I believe I forgot her name. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? No, not this one. Travel log? Not travel log. Is it databank? Oh yes, it's databank. Let's go. I'm not even familiar with the layout, but I was going for Linksha as well. Like, I was going for Fugue and Linksha because I knew Linksha could be used as a really good break, like a DPS as well, not just as a healer, because her healing ties directly into her DPS capabilities as well. Anyways, that's a side tangent again, but even then, I did not feel motivated to do anything with that. And then, currently, what we are going to be doing first is we are going to be claiming our 5-star character, because we got a choice of free 5-star character. And I have been ruminating on which character should I be pulling for or choosing over here. Because in my mind and in my heart, I have 3 very conflicting, like, thoughts going on. One of them is Jingyuan. Jingyuan is one of the characters that I really like, really enjoy, and I also do not have like a lightning DPS yet. The other one is Dunhang because it's Dunhang. And the third one is Sparkle, who I do not like as a character. I have talked about this before. I have talked about this many times during the Penacony, like Trailblaze missions. I do not enjoy Sparkle as a character. I don't know why. Well, I do know kind of why, but I couldn't put it into words right now. But she's a decent support, and she's also being buffed And she's also a really good choice for Archer, who I enjoy playing. So we are going to be like, I've been ruminating on these for a long, long time. That's why I haven't claimed her yet, even though the new version has been out for like more than a month. But yeah, we are going to be claiming Sparkle. And please don't tell me that I pre-farmed for her, because apparently we get enough materials for her to get to level 60. Because if I did pre-farm for her, I'm going to be very mad. I did pre-farm for her. Oh well. Oh well, that's a little bit of wasted you know, Trailblaze power, but oh well. So what does that give us for today? That's one. Wait. Let me go and
Were you shocked just now?
okay, so I cannot. What do you mean I cannot? Okay. That's a minor thing. Do not have a crush out over this. But I cannot do a thing with this where I have all the latest characters that I have gotten. But yeah, that gives us 1, 2, and 3 characters to build today. If I ever get to that point. Because it's been like 40 minutes. And I have been yapping a lot about honkaistarrail and how I feel very unmotivated
Were you shocked just now?
to be building characters and doing anything with them, basically. But I have been doing a lot of farming behind the scenes, and I have been trying to put together like builds for them. So I did some basic work, but I haven't got myself into the actual act of raising them, if that makes sense. Because it's a lot of work. It's not really, well, technically, it's not a lot of work. I do have to press a lot of buttons, but it's not very much work. But I just didn't feel like it because I don't know why. Because I didn't feel motivated to actually go and do it. But now that we have claimed 2 out of the 3 characters we are going for this stream, we are going back to the Sea Angel Lofu and take a look at the Divination Commission. Where should we go here? Should we go, like, is there a main plaza over here or something? Like, oh no, that is probably a quest that I have started, but I haven't finished. But anyways, this is going to be the perfect place, I believe, because we do have what's her face? And that's also one of the points that I'm trying to make. Like, I even forget character names because I'm not like very invested in the game. But yeah, we do have Fushuen waiting for us to do like a quest that I have started, but I haven't finished. Because again, I wasn't feeling motivated to play the game. But yeah, and that brings us to the characters we are going for currently. Because we are going for 3 characters, or we were going for 3 characters. this game. One of them was Sparkle. The other one was my mind went blank. I drew a blank. I literally drew a blank on that. What's her face? What's her face? Where is she? Ruan Mei. So yeah, we were going for Sparkle and we were going for Ruan Mei. Who else actually like got a new outfit? So let's use that. Plum Blossom Letter, which is very pretty. Kind of similar to her original outfit, but also at the same time a little different. It's nice, and it was very like a it was a very welcome touch that they gave us for free. Awesome. Like, do some more of this game. It's very welcome. Um but yeah, that was two of the characters that we have been going for out of the three. And the third one is going to be Yao Guang. And you might ask me why Yao Guang. For one, there's a new path, which is Elation, and one of the current characters is Yao Guang, who is a universal support who can be used as a quasi DPS as well for the Elation path. And one of them is like the current like premier DPS for the Elation path, which is Sparksy. As I said before, I do not like Sparkle, and Sparksy is apparently like like another version of Sparkle, which is already something that I do not look forward to. And also she is a DPS character who can be easily outscaled, and she's a version like an early version DPS character who is definitely going to be outscaled by the late version characters of the Elation path. Don't ask me why, but this is basically why the one of the reasons why I'm kind of on the very like fence on quitting playing Honkai Star Rail is the fact that it's not even letting me enjoy the game and the characters without the lens of going, okay, so if I pull for this character, they are going to become obsolete in like 3 versions. And that's kind of not fun to play. So that is why we are going for Yao Guang, who is like a universal elation support and also a really good like generalist support as well for other path um DPSs as well. Because if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that though. I'm not very huge into meta and building characters and stuff like that. But if I'm not mistaken, Archer's like current best team is Sparkle, Yao Guang, and someone else. And Archer is not even an elation character. So yeah, we are going for Yao Guang just for the sake of, for one, see, she is a CNGO character, and I really enjoy CNGO characters. Um, but also for the fact that she is a support character, and support characters, from what we've seen so far, have a little more longevity in the game than DPS characters. And we have, that's 45, 47 pity, if I'm counting correctly. And we are on a 50-50. So, nothing is set in stone so far. We might even lose a 50-50, which is not going to be like too bad, because we do have the next version's 5-star characters announced, I believe. Do we actually? Let's take a look at that news notices. Yes, I do believe we do. Nameless honor. Why does that look like Jade? Does Jade getting like is Jade getting an outfit? We are getting an Elation planner ornament set and a follow-up attack planner ornament set. So this is going to be okay. So we don't know the actual, I believe we do not know the actual like banners that are going to happen. Or we do, I'm just very out of the loop. But one of the characters is definitely going to be Ashwale. And I'm very excited about Ashwale. So, if we lose our 50-50 here on Yao Guang, we do have a guaranteed Ashwale next batch. Which is a little more consoling than just not having any characters that are coming up and I'm not feeling like, you know, farming for anyone and not having any motivation, like even less motivation to log into the game and do anything on it. So yeah, um but let's go. Let's do the thing. I do believe I have a thing here. So we do have a pity counter. And I'm going to say that we are currently on 47 pity, if I counted correctly. I set this one up. This is like the new thing that I'm going to be doing is a pity counter. Let me know if you enjoy it. Let me know if you think it's like unnecessary. I do think it's nice for you as well, for me to see where we are like actually on the banners. But yeah, without further ado, I have been yapping for 50 minutes. I'm going to take a little sip here. That was two actually. But you too also do a little hydration. Do a little hydration. Take a drink. Take a sip of water. Take a sip of like juice. Anything like your choice of beverage. Hydration is very important. And now that we hydrated, let's start pulling for Yao Guang over here. Um, if you want to like participate, if you want to like do a little uh since Yao Guang is heavily like peacock themed, let's do peacocks in the chat. If you want to participate and bring us a little luck with Yao Guang pulls, just like I did, do a little like peacock emoji. And yeah, without further ado, let's start. One temple in, which is going to bring us to 57 on the pity counter. And we get a 4-star at least. I didn't even look at the 4 stars currently. Jingxue, okay? She is not E6 yet, so that's not terrible. I do not use her though, so... And that's a double 4-star with Trend of the Universal Market. What does this do? Increases wearer's defense. When the wearer is attacked, there is a 100% base chance to burn the enemy. For each turn, the wearer deals DOT that equals to 40% of the wearer's death. Interesting. I'm not sure who could actually use this. But interesting. So that was our first temple. Our second temple is going to bring us into soft pity territory, if I am correct here. And it's going to give us 60 seconds. 7. Do not. Do not. In any way, shape, or form, do the thing. I do not console. Like, I do not condone that. Getting like a double 4-star here would be nice, because that's like, you know, Qingxue, who is E6 already. Like, the last temples, Qingxue was our 6th eidolon for her. So we are getting Undying Starlights more for this. And the next one should be... No, the next one should be Soft Pity, which is going to bring us to 77, but it is not a 5-star yet. But it is Soft Pity territory. And since we got a very late 4-star in the last temple, I am hoping for a double 4-star here. 3-star light cones. That is Hanya. And no other 4-star. It's a little disappointing. I am not very excited right here. Can you hear it in my voice? I am not very excited over here. But we are at 50. I cannot even talk properly. We are at 77 pity here. So the next temple should be a 5-star for us. Let's go. Yao Guang, please come home. It is a 5-star. We got the holo. That's 78. And on the 79th, we got Yao Guang. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's go. I am quite happy about that, actually. Like, having Yao Guang here is a really nice like for for how much stuff I have been talking about and how much I have been talking about disliking the game and having to go for every new character that's coming out. It's a really nice thing that we won the 50-50 over here. And I'm happy that we got Yao Guang, because she is, from what I saw, a really good support. But I'm also kind of sad, because that means we will have a 50-50 for Ashwell, which is not great, because I do want to go for Ashwell. And if we are, like, Ashwell is the one character that I'm very, very excited about. Blade's new form, mildly excited about, but Ashwell is the one character that I am very excited about. I don't even know what's happening with the story with him, but I'm very excited about him. So yeah, we are at a 50-50 for Ashwell. But we got a very early Yao Guang into Soft Pity, because if it works the same way as Genshin, it's from 74 to like 80 something is the Soft Pity threshold. So we might get another 5-star, but I'm not banking on it. But let's see what the rest of the temple looks like. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a 4-star. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that was the final pool. So we are currently on 8 pity in honkaistarrail. On the limited character banner. But we did get Yao Guang with a 50-50 win. We also have like 40 more special passes, which I will be saving. And we do have 2,600, which is one more temple and some jades that we can use for Ashville later on. One thing I do want to take a look at is her signature light cone. When she decided to see, increases wearer's speed when the wearer uses combat or uses ultimate on an ally target. Enters combat or uses ultimate on an ally target, the wearer gains great fortune for 3 turns, which gives crit rate, crit damage, and energy regeneration rate. That is crazy. This is a crazy light cone. Like, what do you mean? Excuse me? How are we looking on this? Yeah. We have 20 pity on this. We are not even hitting soft pity without using jades. And I refuse. I refuse. No. I want Ashvale. How are we looking on this one? Because I have been working towards this as well for a bit. Because I do want to get Archer's signature light cone, which we have 50 pity on. So like over time I do like a temple once in a while on this banner because I have no idea. It is available long term, but I have no idea when they just decide they are just going to start like going out of their way. Like, hey, yeah, hope you enjoyed the banners. We are going to take them away, and yeah, I'm not like. I could be going for Saber as well and her signature light cones. Like having E1 S1 on both of them would be great. But Archer is like a priority. So let's just do one more temple. Hope for the best. It is not a 5-star, so I'm going to skip it. And we did get one light cone on it, which is 4-star. So that's going to be it for the pulling session here. I don't have a temple on the standard banner, so yeah, we are not touching that. So how are we doing on this little spot here? We have Hugh. We have Ruan Mei.
Always remember, don't let life leave you any regrets.
We have Sparkle. And now we also have Yao
If I could
Guang.
trouble you to take charge of correspondences.
Which are 4 characters that we can and we should start building. Now, I have no idea how far along I am with farming for Yao Guang because I didn't do a lot of pre-farming. I didn't even do any pre-farming. I did like 2 boss fights. So Yao Guang is
The
probably
intertwining of fate.
not going to be built
Quite
today. But to wind down, after the epping session that I just did about the game and about characters, let's do a little bit of character building. And I have like 2.5 like characters that I have pre-farmed stuff for. I have traces on, not traces, relics on Fugue. I am still farming for Fugue, which I will be having a crash out on. You know what? Let's just do that while while I start leveling up the characters over here. If I have enough materials to even level them up.
Metamorphosis is always about breaking free from the past.
If you play Genshin Impact, that is a wild way to start a sentence after I have been talking about honkaistarrail. But if you ever played Genshin Impact, you know how much RNG is there on the artifact systems that the game has for your builds on your characters. And you know how a lot of people, quite frankly, very like validly crash out on
Metamorphosis is always
and
about
have
breaking
problems
free from the past.
with the artifact system. Because there's so many RNG aspects of the artifact systems that you cannot control.
About breaking free
And
from
building
the
a
past.
character is not necessarily the most enjoyable thing. Because of that. And if you played honkaistarrail,
Now I'll be able to keep up with all of you.
you know how much worse that is. Simply because you're not only needing 5 pieces of equipment, but 6. So that's one more point where you have to have something with decent enough stats. And yes, there are 4 lines, just like in Genshin, on your relics and planar ornaments. However, there's so many more stats to take into account for your RNG. There's not just flat attack, attack percentage, defense percentage, HP percentage, crit rate, and crit damage, and also like elemental mastery and energy recharge. You don't have elemental mastery and you don't have energy recharge, but you have effect resistance, you have break effect, you have effect hit rate, and that's like you take out 2 but add in 3 more. So that's already another plus stat that you have to worry about rolling perfectly on your artifacts. So my current build on Fugue has 18 break effect. If we take a look at it, I have like 1, 2 definite that stats, and like effect resistance is not necessarily horrible, but it's not great. I would have liked like one more roll into break effect. Maybe if it was the flat attack going instead of going into flat attack going into break effect, I wouldn't even complain because that would be 2 and 3 on one very useful stat for her and one that's moderately useful as a utility tool. This one, I can't really complain because it rolled break effect and speed, which are two stats that she does need. But at the same time, it was a 3-liner, so it had to roll into a useful stat, and then it had one less chance of getting like meaningful upgrades for us. Effect hit rate, which she does need, and it is recommended. But again, we have 1, 2 that stats, and like a third that's moderately useful. And this was also a 3-liner, so another less like potentially good piece. I did get a speed boot, a boot. This is such a weird way to say this, but I did get speed boots for her. But none of the rolls went into break effect. So it's just kind of there. And then this, no, I don't want to compare. This is her recommended planner ornament set. I don't have break effect on this one, and I do not like want to take this away from Gallagher because it doesn't even like have like a meaningful upgrade on her. And none of these have the stats that I need on her either. And like these are not like terrible, but at the same time, like these are not great either. So that's 6 pieces of equipment for stats that look like this. And she would like even more break effect on in her kit. So like yeah, it's Genshin RNG on steroids. But yeah. And we didn't even talk about like the light cone, because if I change light cones, this 40% break effect is taken down from her stats as well. So yeah, and I'm not even sure if this is like the right light cone for her, because like the best case scenario would be to have her own light cone, but I do not have the resources to get every signature light cone ever. So we are just kind of doing this one because it gives her break effect, which is a useful stat. So yeah, that's it. Apart from that, we can go on to activate
This
her
vast
bonus
universe
abilities.
has so many worlds I've yet to explore.
Which one? This one gives her, after allied targets break weakness, additionally delays the action of the enemy target by 15%. Not bad. Bonus ability.
This vast universe
Again,
has so many worlds
when
I've
an
yet
enemy
to
target's
explore.
weakness gets broken, increases teammates' break effect by 6%. If Yuke's break effect is 220%, which it is not, or higher, the break effect increase is boosted by an additional 12%, lasting for 2 turns. RNG. Again, if I could hit that threshold, that would be amazing, but I can't. And then her third bonus
This
ability
vast universe has so
increases
many
this
worlds I've
unit's
yet
break
to
effect by
explore.
30%, which is a good bonus for us. Nice. After using skill for the first time, immediately recovers 1 skill point. Nice. So that's going to bring us to 200% if I count correctly. But it's apparently not like visible on her current stats. Let me see. She is on field though, so apparently yeah, it's not visible on her stat sheet. Anyways, um what we can do is get some of these stat bonuses, which is like what, 18, 23 more. So if we enter combat and it takes this one as well into account, we can hit 20% on her break effect. But I am not quite sure how it's going to look like, because again, I haven't played with her. But yeah, top priority is going to be talent, which we are going to upgrade to 6 for the time being. And then secondary priority is going to be skill, which we are going to be going up to 6 as well. And also ultimate. Deals fire damage to all enemies. This attack ignores weakness type and reduces all enemies' toughness. Fire damage equal to 100% of Hugh's attack. Okay. This is not bad. Like, yeah. Let's just take everything to like level 6. And after that, like, I'm not going to go and upgrade her normal or basic attacks here. I could, but I have currently limited like stuff. I can synthesize though, so that is always a part that I can work on later, which I think we will be needing to do right here. So yeah, with the help of synthesis, and thankfully this game at least gives us like quick synthesis, like we do not need to go to a crafting bench like in Genshin Impact and craft things up like manually and individually, like going into a separate menu and then going way out like out of your way to do stuff. Technically we can, or thankfully we can do like quick synthesis on this, and that helps us with doing this as well, because we can go up to level 7 and hopefully that will also give us, let's go to level 9. We don't necessarily have to like max out her talents right out of the gate, because this is going to be way above like a basic build already when it comes to traces. So yeah, we are going to level 9, and then later on we can go and like give her level 10 with tracks of destiny on her skills or traces. leak information fine here. I mean, if you would like to discuss it, sure. I'm not like a Hoyo partner. I'm way too small of a streamer to be a Hoyo partner. So if you want to, sure, go ahead. But I'm not very like in tune with the game. I'm very out of the loop. So I'm not against discussions, but I'm not very in the loop. So yeah. I will not be able to meaningfully uh contribute to the conversation on those. But yeah, that is our first character that we went on to level, who is going to be our first break team uh member, Fugue. And then we have Ruan Mei. And hopefully we have enough materials.
Research is progressing at astronomical speeds.
Hopefully we do have enough materials. Because I'm not sure if I have enough credits or EXP materials for 4 characters.
Research is progressing at astronomical speeds.
But if I can do 3, that's fabulous for us. We do be maxing out the characters' levels, which I'm not quite sure how meta that is, because as I said, I'm very out of the loop currently with honkaistarrail's meta.
Remains unsolved.
But that also brings us a lot of like standard Staria passes, which we can definitely go and pull on the standard banner later on. Okay, so Evan and Silver Wolf. I do know that Silver Wolf is getting a new form. I believe she is going to be Elation as well. And then Evanesia, I believe, is the other character who is she's coming out next batch with Ashwea, right? And she's also an elation character. But she does well with Yao Guang and a remembrance team. Interesting. I mean, it kind of makes sense for them to kind of do that. To have like a little bit of intermingling with certain like paths. Oh, she's 4.2. Okay. Okay. So she's the patch after. Sorry, as I said, I am very out of the loop currently with the game. I have just spent like more than an hour probably talking about how much I feel like I am not like very in the loop, or how do I say this? Not very excited to play the game. And I am very much on the fence of quitting Honkai Star Rail. Which is kind of sad because I started content creation with Honkai Star Rail, and yeah, I'm just not quite happy with it. If you wanna pull Silver Wolf, I have to warn you, man. I'm not very excited for Silver Wolf, to be honest. Like, I have talked about this as well, earlier on when you weren't here yet. But yeah, the next character that I'm very excited about is Ashwale, who is a hunt path unit. Not very, from what I saw, not very connected to Elation. So I have no idea how much meta relevance he is going to have. But yeah, I did talk about this. I'm not quite, how do I say this? Because I do not want to offend you either. And I have no idea how much like how into the meta you are, but yeah, I'm getting tired of always going for the meta units, and every new character is a must pull for your account for every challenge to be like perfectly balanced for you. Like, yeah, that's nice, but it kind of sucks out the joy from the game. 60%. Okay, that's crazy. Losing 60% is kind of crazy. Okay. Yeah. What's recommended for Ruanmei? Apart from her, like, obvious best in slot artifact. Artifact Light Cone. Memories of the Past is going to be the second best. So yeah, for now, that's what we are going to be doing. And we are up to Traces. Do I even have relics for her? I don't even know if I have relics for her. Not going for meta is fine, but just be careful for what you pull. I mean, yeah, I usually just go out of my way. Well, I don't really go out of my way. I go for characters that I feel like I enjoy playing with. And Ashwell is going to be like a character that I really enjoy, because I really enjoyed from what I saw. He is going to be a follow-up attack hunt unit, and I really enjoyed my Fei Xiao team back when she was like a very strong DPS character, and I have used her with Dr. Ratio, and then later on I like recently I transitioned over into Moza. And apparently Ashwell is going to be a really good like replacement for Moza, to have like a double DPS follow-up attack team with Fei Xiao and Ashwell. So that's one of the characters that I'm looking forward to, because I find that fun. So I'm usually going for characters that I find fun to play with. That doesn't mean that I'm not going for meta picks, because one of my strongest teams, let me show you. One of my strongest teams, if not my strongest teams, is a Casteris Hyacinth Evernight Tribute team, which I could actually go for Ram Trailblazer here as well, and it will be an even better like team. And my other one is a Finon Sunday Dunhang PT team. So Ash got the biggest naft in this game history, in this game's history. Kind of sad. See, that's also one of the things that I'm not quite enjoying about Honkai Star Rail, is the fact that like every new character is either breaking the game with the power creep, or gets nerfed into oblivion before their release. Like, you either breaking the game, or you are so underwhelming that no one is going to try and go for you. Like, where is the balance on that? So yeah, I do have some meta characters that I enjoy playing, but I also have like Diherta is like not very like Apex tier, but she is still a decent DPS as well. But yeah, my Fei Xiao team is also not going to be the top of the best. So yeah, I usually go for characters that I enjoy playing or I find compelling, but also like the lineup that we have been shown so far, I'm not like too excited for any of the characters. So I only went for Yao Guang for one because she is a CNJO unit and really enjoy the CNJO units like character design and story wise.
The
But also
intertwining of
she is
fate.
like a universal support
Quite amusing.
that can be used in elation teams as a quasi DPS as well. And also she is like a good like general support because like I'm not 100% sure about this, but I
Good
believe
fortune.
she is one of Archer's best like new teams. So yeah, I just wanted to go for a support character of the elation path because supportive units usually have a longer lifetime when it comes to like HSR characters. So yeah, Yao Guang
The
was
intertwining of fate.
a very happy
Quite amusing.
50-50 win. Usable but not that good. Okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I will be doing some research because I do want my boy Archer to have a good team, which is also one of the reasons why I chose Sparkle because Sparkle is giving her like skill point refreshes and stuff like that and crit damage as well. So yeah, Sparkle was my choice for the free 5-star character selector. So yeah. Yeah, I'm just going for characters that I'm trying to like experiment with, like have some fun with, even though I know that most of them are not necessarily the biggest meta characters and stuff like that. So yeah, how are we doing over here? Abilities, bonus ability. I don't even know which one comes after which. I'm just going to go from left to right. Break effect for all
Every breath
allies
one takes is a
is
perception
going
of the
to
self.
be pretty decent for us. And then in battle, for every 10% of Ruame's break effect that exceeds 120, her skill additionally increases allies' damage by 6% up to a maximum of 36.
Every breath one takes is a perception of the self.
Not bad. Ruame regenerates 5 energy at the start of her turn.
Every breath one takes is a perception of the self.
Sure. And then recommendations are top priority ultimate. So as before with few, we are going for level 6 mostly. And then up to level 9 if I have the materials for it. And we are not going for basic attacks, because I do not want to waste materials if not necessary. Okay, so we got level 6 on these. And then should I go with the stat boosts? Yeah, sure. Let's go with the stat boosts because it's never too wrong to get the extra stats, especially with Ruame getting a lot of break effect apparently. And some speed. Sila got the biggest buff. I mean, if you think about it, Sila was the first ever like limited DPS character, I believe. Why the random defense percentage? Sorry. Sorry. I that just came to my mind. But Sela was the first ever premier DPS. Like she needs some love. Cause she has been power crept in a few literally in a few like patches after her release. She can compare to Castoris in some situations now. Very nice. Oh, that sounds good actually. Like if she got that level of a buff, that's good for Sela mains. Nice. I do not have Sela. And I'm not necessarily looking to get Sela by like very intentionally. Not necessarily looking forward to getting a Sela, but I believe on the Celestial Invitation I do have her as a chosen character. Because if I lose a 50-50, it's at least not like a standard character. Because I can get standard characters on the standard banner, you know? But yeah, that's my reasoning behind that. I'm not going to be like very mad if I get a Sela, but I'm not like going out of my way to get her. Because if we take a look over here, I have a blade that I have not built yet, but I want to. I want to, but you have to be so careful with your like things, like resources on which character you build and invest into. And I do like wealth as well, and I would like to build wealth as well, but yeah, they will have to wait their turn. Okay, so do I have anything that I can give you over here? No. Is that my... Well, like, are you kidding me? What are these? What are these relics? Oh, okay. So Firefly got a really big boost as well. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm very out of the loop. Yeah, I do not have Firefly either. I wasn't really much into the break meta because when Firefly's first banner was active, I was still very early game. I started the game very late. And yeah, I wasn't very much into like break. So yeah, I don't think I have anything that I can give to her when it comes to relics. These relics are just very sad. Yeah, no, I have nothing. I can give nothing to Ruan Mei over here. What's this? I mean, this is not bad. Hmm. Okay, so relics for Ruan Mei will have to wait. Recommendations. One back, really? Energy regeneration and then advance forward. Interesting. But I do not have good pieces. Hmm. Can't believe saying this. Wealth is stronger. That is crazy to imagine. To have a standard banner character be stronger than all the 2-point-X DPSs. Mr. Yang started lifting, apparently. I mean, he does have a black hole nestled into his cane, so that must amount to something. This is actually not terrible. So I'm going to equip this and see if I can get some effect resistance. I would have liked a little more speed. Oh my god, what is that? What is that? Still waiting for Finon buff though. I love my boy Finon. I really enjoy playing Finon. But his playstyle is kind of like limiting him, which I am not very happy about, but yeah. So yeah, out of 6 pieces, we have 1 usable piece for our Ruan Mei. That's kind of sad, actually. Okay, let's move on to Sparkle. Let's go, Sparkle.
Let's push the envelope further, shall we?
I am hoping that I have enough, like, resources. Because I seem to have a decent amount of credits, but I'm not very often upgrading 3 characters at once.
Let's push the envelope further, shall we?
So I don't know how much overall resources I will have or need
Let's
for
push the
them.
envelope further, shall we?
But yeah, I maxed out 3 characters now. You have enough to max her. Yeah. Thank you. And then for Light Cone, what do I have for her over here? Earthly Escapade. I do not have Earthly Escapade. Dance 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 is the best 4-star, or at least the most usage rate for her. But the battle isn't over yet. Is moderate. Pest and Future also moderate. Okay. Something to think about. I only have 1 copy of Dance Dance Dance, apparently. Dance 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 was or is a very elusive Litecoin for this account. I'm not planning for it to pull on her Litecoin banner. Like, I only have like 1 signature Litecoin or 2 maybe. No, I have 1 signature Litecoin, definitely, which is Finance. I do not have Evernight. I do not have the Hertas. I do not have Hyacinths. I do not have Facials. Or actually, yeah, I do have Casteris's signature Litecoin. But I do not have any other like signature Litecoins. I have been thinking about getting 2 signature Litecoins. One of them was Sundays and the other one was Tribbies, because those are very, very strong support Litecoins. Like, they are very crazy. Yeah, I'm mostly F2P. I only ever bought 1 like 30-day pass like the login one where you have to log in for 30 days and you get the materials and stuff like that. But I am mostly an F2P player. But yeah, I have very limited jades thanks to that. So yeah, I have only thought about pulling for Tribbies and Sundays light cones because those are crazy good. But yeah, apart from that, I do not have any other signature light cones but one for Finon, which I pulled with his original banner run, and then Castoris's light cone because that's her best light cone. Did I quit some patch? No. I technically never actually quit the game, but I started quite late. Like it was I believe the middle of Penacony. Like it was already Penacony by the time I started playing the game. Um so I am quite behind when it comes to like free jades and stuff like that. That's why I do not have a lot of like early characters. But I have been very lucky because I did get a 50-50 win on Fugue's latest banner. I did get a 50-50 win here for Yao Guang. We did get Dunheng PT for free. I just got the tail end where we got Dr. Ratio for free. I did lose a 50-50 for Adventurine. I did win a 50-50 for My Day. I did win a 50-50 for Jade, I believe. I lost a 50-50 for Tribby. We got very lucky on Castoris's banner because we got... where is it? We got E1 Castoris in one temple. So yeah, we got very lucky for Castoris. And then we lost to Mr. Yang on Everknight's banner, but on the same temple we got Everknight as well. We lost to Blade on the first ever Hyacinth banner, but I got her on her rerun. And then we got Fei Xiao, I believe, on a 50-50 win. But I'm not quite sure. So I do have quite a lot of 5 stars, but I also have some Eidolons. So I did end up losing to standard banners. And I have been using Japard. Out of all the 50-50 losses, Japard was one of my first like early 50-50 losses. So I have been using Japard on the like in the early game. And then I got Aventurine, so I didn't really need Japard. So yeah, these are my characters currently. So, what can I give to you, Miss Sparkle? Switch light cones for Evernight and Hyacinth. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying that the like light cones, like if I switch the light cones, they are like better. But even if I switch the light cones, Hyacinth does not hit the threshold for her passives to like work properly. So I just left it that way. So yeah, I did try it. I did try it, but it's working like a little more smoothly this way for me personally. I know a lot of people say that it's better for Evernight and Hyacinth to have the other light cones, but yeah. For me personally, it's working just fine because I still do not hit the speed threshold for Hyacinth. But yeah. I was also debating on getting Evernight's light cone on one of her reruns, but I didn't get it because I didn't have enough like jades, so I didn't even try for it. I don't really know what to give you, Miss Sparkle, because this is not like a very like good. Upon entering battle, if two or more characters follow the same path, then these characters' crit damage increases by 16%. Like, this is not terrible, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to be good for us. So yeah, Miss Sparkle, you will not get a light cone for a bit. You will have to wait for that. Let's go for the traces over here. Okay. Oh, these are not the... Okay, I will have to do the little trial run over here. Nova Flare for her to get the adjustments, I believe. I will get to it later. I do not feel like doing it right now. Let's just finish building the characters as much as possible, and then I will probably say bye-bye for today. Let's go. Traces.
Rules are made to be broken.
Using basic attack additionally regenerates 10 energy when an ally character who holds the crit damage boost effect provided by the skill consumes skill points. Sparkle additionally regenerates 1 energy. If an ally character consumes 3 or more skill points in a single turn, Sparkle's next use of skill will not consume skill points. Wait, these are
Rules are
the
made to be broken.
adjusted abilities, I believe. Increases all allies' attack by 45% when an ally character holds the crit damage boost effect provided by the skill. All type respen increases by 10. Yeah, these are the
Rules
adjusted
are made to be broken.
stats for her. Okay. Recommendations. The priority is skill. So let's go to level 6 over here with them. And then do the stat boosts. And go to 9 after that. I went to level 7 there, but that's okay. I can live with that. I will probably have enough materials to get to level 9 later. Like the weird random stat boost that they get, like HP, effect resistance, more HP. I never really understood like where they go with it. Like crit damage, I get it because she is going to be buffing crit damage based on her own, I believe. Just like Bronya and blah 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 blah, 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 blah Sunday do. But at the same time, like the others, why? You're going to sleep. Thank you for joining. I hope you had a pleasant time over here with me. Have a nice sleep. And I hope to see you once more another time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. Have good eeps. Actually, do I have enough of these materials? These might give us a little bit of a headache over here. I have just enough to get to level 9. Yes, let's go. That's nice. So we got all the like bonus abilities and stat bonuses and most of the basic traces. And then relics. What do I have for relics for her? Do I have anything usable? Speed and crit damage. Crit damage effect resistance. Let's go with speed and crit damage. Let's see what we get over here. Could have gone better, but it's not going to be like terrible. Do I even have a 4-piece though? Is the question. No, I don't. Yeah, so I do not have this. Do I have this at least? No, I don't think so. Hanya? Okay, so Hanya's pieces are not going to be good for you. Speed effect resistance is not terrible, but we are lacking some crit damage on that. Yeah, I have a lot of farming to do for these characters. And then this is going to be your best. Speed and crit damage. Let's see how good this one rolls. We don't get any crit damage. That's crazy. Why? Why do you have to roll 3 times into crit rate and none into crit damage? Oh my god. Like, see, this is also one of the things that I'm talking about. Like, the RNG is so crazy. Like, we don't get anything good. Huh. So we have 3 characters, and out of the 3 characters, only one of them could be at least partially built. Or built to an extent where she is usable. And then we do have Yao Guang, who I have no materials for, I believe. Do I even have any light cones that I can use on her? So the 3-star light cones, the new light cones for the Elation path, are the following. Lingering Tear. When the punchline held is 10 or more, the wearer's crit damage increases by 20, which is not like horrible, but I'm not sure if it's good for Yao Guang. And Sneering, when Aha Instant is activated, the wearer's elation increases by 16%, lasting until Aha Instant ends. So I will need to see out of these two which one is going to be better, or will I have to give in and get either a BP or try to roll for her light cone over here. Do we have an elation light cone over here? No, this is harmony. So the only elation light cones that we currently have on banner are the 5-star light cones. Okay, so we are not going to be able to actually build Yao Guang this stream, but we did get her. So, we are going to be doing one more pull over here in the standard banner. Let's check the records first. Hello? That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are On the pity counter for standard banner, we have 49, which is not going to be like even close to getting a 5-star. But let's do a cheeky tempo on the standard banner. No 5-star. Let's see if we get anything useful. I don't even know what would be useful when it comes to 4 stars. Maybe light cones, but I don't know if we have any light cones that we are lacking currently, apart from elation light cones. But that's a Hanya. That is a Hanya, and she is already Eidolon 6. So yeah, let's check our 4 stars.
In the obscure prophecy of Dream, a star from the heavens has enlightened my path.
We
Life's
got
just like a
2
game of
4-star
times.
characters
You never
to
know what's gonna come up
E6
next.
this stream. We also got Fugue leveled up. We claimed our Ruanmei and leveled her up and her traces. We also claimed our Sparkle and got her and her traces leveled up. And we won our 50-50 on Yao Guang's banner, getting us the Master Diviner herself. I believe that is Seer Strategist. Sorry. Master Diviner might be Fu Xuan. But anyways, we have done
The
a bit of
intertwining
this and a bit of that. And I believe I have 2 events to speedrun if I really want to. Limited time rewards. Okay, I will
fate. Quite amusing.
um like think about it a little bit after we finish stream, but for now I will be changing over to Zatsu. And I'm going to tell you that this is it for today. So, we have talked about my journey a little bit about of Honkai Star Rail. We have talked about a lot when it comes to my feelings towards Honkai Star Rail, and we did claim some characters and pull some characters that we are going to be needing to build in the future as well. I am not sure if we are going to have a video about building these characters, if I will be using footage from this stream for that, because I have been yapping a lot. And most of them was very negative and not necessarily like directly related to building these characters. So, let's summarize a little bit, because it's been a while, but I did want to hang out over here. It's been more than 2 hours already, so first of all, before we end, take a big sip of your water or beverage of your choice. I did as well. And do a big stretchy stretch. And on shrimp, because it's been 2 hours, and I'm hoping that your posture did not suffer for all those 2 hours. But We talked about um me being a little sick. Well, not a little, but quite sick these this past week, which is why we have been doing this stream today instead of Friday. We have talked about my thoughts and feelings about Honkai Star Rail, which, to summarize, is there are many aspects of this game where I feel like I am enjoying playing the game, but at the same time, many more aspects where I feel like it's actively discouraging me from being excited about playing the game, which is not necessarily like the best feeling in the world, and also why I am very much on the fence about continuing playing this game or just, creating content. Because I don't feel like I can give you anything that's fresh, that's useful, that you can use. Because I'm not a guide creator. Sorry, I bonged my mic stand or a cable or something, so you might have heard that. But I'm not a guide creator. I am not a meta like gamer. I cannot give you insight on character builds. I am not someone who can give you insight on where the meta is going and how things are going to work out in the end. I am not even like a huge lore, like I am a lore enjoyer, but I'm not into the lore as much where I could create content centered around the lore of the game. So I cannot like hypothesize or like theorize on the game. So yeah, that puts Honkai Star Rail in a very weird space when it comes to me creating content and me playing this game. But I do feel like, or I do not feel like giving up on the game yet. Which is also kind of like puts me in a sad, very sad position where I'm like, I am not like having the best time playing it, but I'm not also not ready to let it go. And it's like a weird limbo. So we will see how things are going to go with Honkai Star Rail. I will probably not be making like huge videos, like long form videos about it. Maybe some shorts, maybe stream here or there when some new character that I am excited for comes out and we are going to be doing polling. But apart from that, I don't think I'm going to be actively pursuing Honkai Star Rail as a game that we will be playing in the future. Which is also kind of sad because I started my journey of content creation with Honkai Star Rail. But yeah. And then, after all that, we have claimed our free 5 stars, who are my by choice was Ruan Mei and Sparkle, and by luck we did end up getting Yao Guang, who is the latest Elation support unit, who is hopefully going to be a decent addition to our roster of characters in the future. And we did some building where I also stretched out a little bit on the how do I say this, requirements for RNG aspect of building characters. So yeah, that was kind of a lot of things happening in today's stream. But thank you for joining me. I do hope you had a pleasant time. And if you enjoyed whatever this was, my little ramblings and the character building and the polling session, please do leave a like. And if you are interested in keeping up with the channel, please do consider subscribing. It helps out a lot. And with that being said, I'm gonna say bye bye for now. With that, Avery out. Bye bye.